Hello and welcome to part 6 of our Getting Started series. In this tutorial, we will be looking at how to create new stock items. The first thing you have to do is click on Stock Items and then New Item. Please note that all of the red fields are required fields. Firstly, you'll want to fill in your item code over here. You can use the one provided by your supplier, create your own one, or click on this bolt over here in order to generate a random item code. Other fields like your barcode and item name will be filled in automatically from your item code. Should they differ, you can simply click on each field and type in the correct name or code for each. For our example, I am going to create the stock item pink t-shirt. Here you can add an item description for your stock item. It is very important to use clear item descriptions since this is used to search for items and the description helps the client in understanding what the product is. Next, you'll want to select the inventory group for your product by clicking on this drop-down arrow over here and scrolling down until you find the right one. The category for our item is t-shirt. If your item falls under a subcategory, you'll have to click on the arrow over here before double-clicking on the subcategory, like this. Our t-shirt is also a v-neck, so that will be our subcategory for this item. You can view our previous video on stock groups to see how to create inventory groups and subcategories. Next, you'll want to select the supplier over here by clicking on the arrow and scrolling down until you find the relevant supplier. You can go to our previous video to see how to create a supplier. Click on the Cost and Selling Prices tab next. In this new window, we are going to fill in the supplier list price and also decide on our selling price. Under the list price, you can fill in your supplier's price excluding VAT for the product. For our example, I'm going to fill in 80 Rand. This price will now be used whenever you place a purchase order. Here at the top of the screen, you will see your average cost price. You cannot change this as Smart IT will automatically update your average cost when doing your goods receiving. Since this is a new item that we are creating, there isn't an average cost price yet, so it will be 0 in the beginning. Over here, you can select your pricing method. This is how the cost that the price is based on is determined. We recommend using the average purchase cost. Since we don't have an average cost yet, I will be using the list price to determine our selling price. The methods for using the average cost and supplier list price is similar. When you want to determine the selling price, you have 3 different methods you can choose from: group pricing, markup on cost, or fixed pricing. With the group pricing option, Smart IT will use the markup percentage that you set for the specific stock group to determine your selling price. You can watch our video on creating stock groups to see where you can add this markup percentage. Once I've selected this option, you can now see that our selling price will be displayed over here. The line 10 price is the default selling price. That means that this is the price that will be used for cash sales and is also the default price for new customers. These other price levels are used to give better price options for wholesale or important customers. In other words, you can link a customer to a specific price list. The selling price is therefore 133 Rand and 40 cents if we use the group pricing option. The next option for your selling price is markup on cost. To use this option, you first have to untick the box next to group pricing and make sure the markup on cost is selected over here. You can select your own markup for this item over here. You will see as we change our markup percentage like this, our selling price will also change accordingly over here. Your selling price will also automatically change as the supplier list or average cost changes. If we change our list price from 80 Rand to 100 Rand over here, our selling price will automatically change to 172 Rand and 50 cents. The final selling price option is if you use fixed prices. You now have to select the fixed price option over here instead of markup on cost. You can now manually fill in the selling price under the price 10 line over here. Just remember, if you choose to use this option, your selling price won't automatically increase if the list or average cost changes. There are more information available on this tab, but we are only looking at the basics. So please feel free to contact us if you need further assistance, or you can also look at our manual by clicking on this icon here. The next tab we will be looking at is the Additional Info tab. Under this tab, you will see a lot of different features. I'm only going to look at one of these. You can tick this box over here next to service item if your stock item is one where you don't carry physical stock, for example, labor or consulting. If you tick this box, your stock items will remain 0 and the stock levels won't change as you invoice for this product. These are only the basics for setting up new stock items. But remember, if you ever need any further assistance, don't hesitate to contact us. Our friendly staff is always available to help.